Right, I want to give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashin Yahushua, Bashim Kakodash. I would like to say double honors for Apostle Jim, Mr. Roswell. Peace, blessings, salutation to Yakim. Out there pushing forth the truth and sincerity. Now, this is what's going on. We're going to bring forth the scripture, how the Lord's going to turn the curses that's upon our people onto them, which are our enemies, which the top enemy is Esau. And I've also been seeing a lot of Ishmaelites going bugged out their minds too in these cities. But the main focus is Esau, and I actually dealt witness with this today. This is what the 10th, what is it? Yeah, May 10th. And I was on a job site. It was this Edomite chick that came up asking for a cigarette. And one of the former, the drivers that I was with, he was just talking to her and shit. You can clearly see she was high off her mind. Basically saying she was, from Florida, shipped her up here to get into pretty much a drug program. Because one thing I can know for sure, in Florida is a great drug epidemic going on. But it says, warning, this drug may kill you. It said Alex Gibney's 2-part, 4-hour-long documentary on the opioid epidemic premieres on HBO Max on May 10th. I might have watched that. But this 2017 documentary on the same channel focuses on the more personal aspect of this horrific national addiction, clocking in at just under an hour. Warning, this drug may kill you follows individual families as they tell the harrowing stories of loved ones who were prescribed this legitimate drug. And, we all know after he went to the Middle East and took over those poppy fields, a lot the rise of heroin overdose have soared to the roof, has skyrocketed. And that's really when I really started hearing about Oxycontin and what's the other one? Fucking Percocet, whatever, Molly, and what the hell is the other one? Can't remember. But it says prescribed the legitimate drug for everyday pain relief and never found a way out. This heartbreaking journey collides with the current spotlight on the Sackler family, which unleashed Oxycontin painkillers on an unsuspecting public and blatantly misrepresented its addictive properties, all while making billions of dollars in sales. A reminder of how anyone can be pulled into the spiral of the addiction, as well as how greed got the better of the pharmaceutical community. These tales may help us all better come to terms with this devastating epidemic. And, I don't, good for you. You damn devils, because now you see what you Edomites did to our people when you introduce crack, cocaine, and other drugs, and into our community. Even when you try to diagnose our little children with ADHD, and you put Zoloft and Ritalin on our kids, and it's known that Zoloft and Ritalin has heroin in it as well. And so good for you. Let me see. Bear with me one moment. All right. Get Deuteronomy 32:7. I believe that's the scripture. No, that's not it. Here it is. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. and that's what's about to. That's that's what you're starting to see. Cause now you're starting to see a lot of these Edomites, their families being ripped into, older ladies, older men, and I just saw some Netflix show. Slocky, damn. That this Edomite pretty much he had got hit by a car. He became paralyzed in a wheelchair, and then he got addicted to those OxyContin painkillers. He had a serious problem, and if you talk to people left and right, especially Edomites, they'll sit there and tell you how a lot of their grandmothers, grandfathers, mothers, dads, if anything happened to them where they had to go to the doctor and get pain pills, they would prescribe it to them and they would become hooked and it will have cause a serious problem amongst the household. So it was other things I wanted to speak on, but kind of slipped my mind. But pretty much, I saw this article and I was like, yo, I'm going to make a lesson to it. But again, you Edomites, you're going to get judged. Your day is coming because of your rape, robbing, murder that you've done on this earth, especially on the so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native Americans. All the hatred, your perpetual hatred, as talked about in Ezekiel 35. You shed innocent blood. You destroyed our people. You took our people down. You destroyed our women, destroyed the men, destroyed our kids, our children. You broke up the family. You took our land from us, and you constantly, blatantly, reproach us and mock us blatantly. And pretty much you spit in our face every day. So again, your days are coming. You so-called white people. To me, when I see things like this, it makes me happy, makes me cheerful. And like I said, to see an Edomite woman face like this is very delightful because now you see the pain and the suffering and the agony that you did on our people, and this is actually growing. This is a growing epidemic. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to end it and with them say shalom. And again, hey, your day's coming soon. To all you so-called white people, biblical Edomites, and say shalom.